Okay guys, so I'm gonna make this part 2 about 275 plus, and the reason why I'm gonna make a part 2 is talk a little bit about bike weight. And when you get into the plus, you also consider more rubber means more weight. The bigger the tire, the more weight. Even when you get into 29 by 2.6 tires, if you're getting like a very, like my 2.6 Terraville Kessel or 2.6 Maxxis DHF, those are heavy tires, especially when you get into the downhill casing. I don't know if the 2.6 come in downhill casing, but I've got Exo Plus before. The super durable casing is what Terraville calls it, and I've got that casing on a couple of my tires, and they're heavy tires. They're around 1,400 grams. So overall, when you're building up a wheel set and putting it on your bike is going to go up 2 or 3 pounds in weight, and you will feel that weight, especially when you're climbing steep stuff. But you also feel that weight on the way down, which is an advantage at that point. Oh shoot, I lost my thing. Hold on guys, I just should have put that in my pocket. Or if I'll see how far I have to go back, where it is. Should be up here soon. That was my skull cap, or my sweat that I had on my, draped across my brake cables there. Probably around here somewhere. It's white. Anyway, so when you get into 275 plus, you do have to consider that you could be adding a lot of weight to your bike if you're getting the more aggressive knobby tires. Like there's a couple tire brands out there that make like the Surly Dirt Wizards, and some of those tires are really super chunky. And but what I like is to kind of compensate for the lack of knobbies, if you will, by having a tire that is like an XC tire. So you got something that's a little lighter weight, and then the lighter weight aspect of it, there it is, the lighter weight aspect of it will help you with when climbing. So you're not, and the flotation part of it, so when you're climbing you're not feeling so much draggy weight and all that extra dragginess from a real aggressive tire. It's still, even though it's wide, it's got a very climb friendly tread design with that XC tread design. So that's another way I think of I overthink these things, you guys, anyway, but that's another way I feel like I can utilize the 275 plus and not be bogged down with some really heavy fat tires or plus tires. So, and these Kenda tires are amazingly light. These tires, when I put this tire set on here and this wheel set compared to my other wheel set that is actually really wide for being 29, they're almost 29 plus or mid plus, because the rear rim is I-35, the front rim is I-40. So they're really wide rims on my 29er, and then the tires are real heavy. It's got the Terraville Warwick on the rear, which is like a it's like a DHR, and then on the front it has the Kessel, which is like a DHF. They're almost a copycat of those tires without the steep $100 Maxxis price tag. So those tires are heavy and those rims are heavy. So with that wheel set on, this bike came out to around 32 pounds. With it sitting like this with these tires, and mind you, I do cush core wide on everything, so with cush core wide in there too, which is the heavier cush core, I come out to 30 pounds with this. So it's only 2 pounds less, but the rolling resistance is a lot easier on this one. But then when I get up to speed on the 29er, it feels like it keeps that speed more, and it does roll over stuff easier. This is going to be a little more notchy, but then I do feel like I can get around tight switchbacks better with this one. I don't know. I've been playing around with both wheel sizes for years, and I'll be doing a mullet setup too again. But that's what I think of the 275 Plus. It's a nice alternative for a hardtail. Would I consider putting 275 Plus tires on a full suspension? Probably not. I would think if you have a full suspension bike, you really don't need to go bigger than 2.5 or 2.6. But there's guys that run bigger tires. There's guys that, most guys I think that I know, are running 2.4, 2.5 on their full suspension bikes. Even when they get into their racing XC bikes, they're still running 2.4, but with a XC tread, and just realizing that they're gonna not have very good braking. So the 2.75, even though it's got like an XC tread, because it has such a wide contact patch, it does brake fine and it works out okay. So that's my explanation of why I think 275 is fun to play around with for those 1% of us that still like 275 Plus, and the rest of the people probably never heard of it, probably never think about it, and are just gonna buy whatever bike we buy at the bike shop and probably keep the same original tires that we bought on it for the, and if they ever change them, which they might change them, they might switch to tubeless. But let's face it, guys, 85% of the people probably that are buying bikes online or in the bike shop are not doing anything to them. They're just buying them as is, and they're not going to fix them up or switch anything. They're not even thinking about it, and they're not going to even care about the difference between handlebar width or handlebar rise, what type of grips, whether it's a lock-on or what is that, the ESI silicone grip, or they're not going to think about all that shit. They don't care until they see one of their friends. Oh, you got those handlebars? Oh, they're 30 millimeter rise. Mine are, what are mine? Oh, yours are only 20. Oh, let me try your, let me get a new set of handlebars and get that one, if they're even thinking that way. So, and that's the majority of people are not thinking that way. If they are, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. And I think you guys that watch my channel know that I'm journaling for myself, and these are my own thoughts that I'm sharing with my future self about what I think about bikes and bike parts and trails and life. So I appreciate you guys watching and putting up with my canter. So thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up and subscribe if you like watching my channel. Talk to you later.